Welcome back to Uncommon Analysis. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. Please like, subscribe, share, join the conversation. We're glad you're here. And for our regular listeners, welcome back. We're always glad to see you again. First, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. We have officially gone over 100 in the subscribers the past week. I know that's not a lot in the old interweb parlance or YouTube world, but I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate you joining the discussion. So today I want to talk a little bit about, the corruption that's been going on and being exposed in the spending and the graft. And particularly I want to talk about why it's not likely to end anytime soon. Or more appropriately that the amounts being found aren't going to continue for quite a long time. Trump's been in office now, around a month since he was formally sworn in. And they found a lot of questionable spending. They're doing a lot of things. They're cutting departments. They're cutting staff. They've offered early retirement, which about 75,000 federal employees took. Other things going on. But the most important thing for this video in this discussion is the DOGE investigation into waste, corruption, and graft. And I guarantee you they're going to find more of it. Why do I guarantee they're going to continue to find more? It's not like this is going to, and by what I mean is it's not like this is going to die off in a few days, a few months, maybe in a year, right? They'll suddenly not be finding more of it. I'm going to proposition to you they're going to keep finding more and more of it, and it's going to get uglier and uglier, because I can almost assure you that some of this money that was spent out, particularly in nefarious ways or questionable ways, some of it filtered back to various politicians and whatnot as a backdoor kickback. I almost can guarantee you. We haven't really started looking into that yet. This is just the mismanagement of the funds directly. When they start actually asking the questions, and they are supposed to be doing that, right? How do you wind up with $20 million, $30 million, $40 million, $100 million, worse, when you're working for $160,000, $180,000, whatever it is, in D.C. as your career? And I guarantee they're going to find all kinds of kickbacks. But that's also not the point of this video. The point is, though, it's the reason they're not going to stop finding more waste and fraud is simply this. Why I can say that with certainty? Well, let's look at this. This is a list of the most wealthy counties in America. Now, if I were to ask you, where do you think the highest median household incomes are in the United States? I would bet most of you would think Silicon Valley, right, or a tech hub, somewhere along those lines. And they are represented here. Santa Clara County and San Mateo County are absolutely, as is Marin County. Our counties around, these are actually in the South Bay. These are actually right in Silicon Valley, and this is in the county north of San Francisco, so it's in that same general area. So that makes sense that they would be among the highest median household incomes. However, if you look at the rest of this map, what do you see? Excuse me. I'm fighting a cold, so I apologize. We got London County, London County, Virginia, Falls Church, Virginia, Fairfax County, Virginia, Howard County, Maryland, Arlington County, Virginia, right? And then you've got Colorado, New York. Excuse me, again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counties. Now, what do all these 5 counties have in common? 5 out of the 10 richest counties per household income in the country. What do they have in common? Well, let's look. This is California, Silicon Valley, we just talked about, right? Marin's here north of the city. Here's San Mateo and Santa Clara. That's Silicon Valley. You expect those places to be wealthy. But let's go look at Virginia. Where are these? Oh, here's Fairfax and Arlington. And let's see. Fairfax is 11. 12 is Falls Church. This is it. London here, right? Guess what? Guess what's right there? Want to take a guess? D.C. Washington, D.C. is right here. We talked about that in a video a couple days ago about Virginia possibly being swung by the shrinkage of DOGE. And Maryland, same deal. Let's go over to Maryland. Where was that county? Let's see. What was the Maryland county? Howard County. Where's Howard County? Right there. And there's D.C. There's that cutout. That cutout right there, that little plan you don't see, that's actually where D.C. is. So 5 of the most wealthy counties in America are all outside of D.C., are all around the D.C. Siphon. So I expect we're going to keep finding a lot more graft, waste, mismanaged funds for a long time to come. It is absurd. Excuse me. It is absolutely absurd that 5 of the 10 wealthiest counties in America are around D.C. If that doesn't show you the scope, scale, and crazy that is federal spending and the federal graft that's been going on for quite some time, I don't know what else to tell you. If you think that DC is just full of people who are doing their best, and I'm not trying to besmirch anybody who works for the federal government. If you're a federal government employee, you're doing your job, right? I'm not trying to besmirch you. I'm trying to disparage you, but conceptually, does that make sense to anybody who's out there working for a living? Huh? The rest of the country who isn't part of that graft, isn't part of that suckling at the tit of your tax money and your tax dollars. Does that make any sense to you? That the wealthiest parts of the country are not the parts of the country where private industry is doing the best. They're there, but they fall number 3 and number 4, right? And then further down here, number 12, right? And 5. So 2, 3, 3, 4, 8, and 12 are all places you would think. That's at least private industry of some sort driving that. Now, again, I know private industry gets public money. I'm not naive. I know they get tax breaks, all this, but I'm just saying that's private industry. There's nothing around D.C. That D.C. is all industry around the government. All of it. Almost all of it is industry being supported by, in one way, directly or indirectly, by the government. If that doesn't tell you there's a problem in our government, I don't know what will. So don't expect the DOGE daily updates to suddenly slow down as time goes on. If anything, I think they're going to keep finding more and more. Because once they find problems, then they start digging into the problems. And as they dig more into the problems, they're going to find more issues. Right now, they're just kind of digging into the spending directly. That's all they're doing right now is digging directly into spending, see what they're seeing, and questioning what the hell they're finding. But eventually, they're going to say, okay, where's this money going? More so than just what's the line item description. Where's this money actually going? And they're going to find a whole lot of other stuff going on, too. So if you're hoping that the DOGE malfeasance is going to go away, which I think Democrats are hopeful and hope that this will kind of die down because with every announcement, it outrages Americans more. And I don't think it's going to stop. There will obviously become anything that's done enough day in and day out, you eventually get kind of a numbness to it. But I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon, guys. And I don't think we've even touched the tip of the iceberg of the amount of the most outrageous stuff we're going to find. So that's my thoughts on this. It's a pretty quick one today. I hope you have a great one. And with that, I am out.